Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Hope you had a good weekend. Good evening, Roger. How are you? Thanks for joining us this evening. So then, we're going to take a look at a role-playing accessory this evening. We're going to explore the Giant Book of Battlemats from Loke Battlemats. Now, regulars to the channel will know that we've taken a look at some of the products from Loke Battlemats in the past. This is a revised version of their giant book. So we have 62 pages of essential maps for tabletop role-playing. I really do enjoy these products. I think the design work is excellent, so I'm going to enjoy looking through this book with you guys right now. So let's delve on in, hey? So here we go. When it says it's a giant book, it truly is. I can only just fit it all onto the camera. It's a big book, and it's pretty hefty. I can fit it on this way. Let's take a look at the back. So, open and roll, 62 wipe clean map pages. Attention adventurers, a map for any encounter in a hardy book of Battlemats. Let the adventure flow as you battle through dungeons, forests, great halls, perilous streets, and suspicious cemeteries. Treasure and challenge await. These tactical scale maps are ideal for planning and running encounters. This huge map collection means you can create an engaging scene in moments. So this is wet and dry marker compatible, adaptable and reusable maps, a 1-inch grid throughout, and perfect for any fantasy RPG. So 1 inch equals 5 feet within the game world. Yeah, Roger, 8.5 by 14 inches. Yeah, it's big. It's a big book for sure. On the back here, it does give you a summary of all of the maps included, but we're going to go take a look through, aren't we? So we can see them in all their glory. Now, if I put that just there, hopefully you should be able to get a good impression of each of these. So let's times over. So first of all, we have just a blank textured area for us to battle in. Of course, now you can use each page typically as its own map, or because of the lay flat design with this spiral bound ring bind here, you're able to put them 2 pages together, and you'll see in the other maps how they can be used individually or they can be used as one great big map. And I do apologize, the light, of course I can't get rid of it because it is this shiny wipe clear surface. So if you do have a wet marker or dry marker, you can use it on here. Don't use permanent markers. Permanent marker is not the way forward with this. But this is great. This could be, what could this be? This could be a great hall somewhere in a palace or castle. Just plenty of room, maybe a huge courtyard. Plenty of room to do battle with your miniatures or your little standee characters. Okay, we'll move on. We'll take a look at something a little more colourful. So we now have this wonderful sort of, I suppose, meadow scene. But I just like all the little detail that is here. We got little poppies and stones, some little sort of weeds and things like that. So even though it is just grassland, there's so much little detail happening. Little patches where the grass isn't growing. Little daisies in there as well. So again, just a nice large open area. You of course could use some scenery pieces to bring in some detail. This gives you the freedom to be able to make up a map and encounter area exactly how you want it. And Loke Battlemat do have the sort of the peel off stickers that you can place down onto these maps so that you can populate it with additional features for your characters to investigate or for the enemies to hide behind. So that's always very good. Alright, let's move on. I always like looking at these and sort of thinking, well, what kind of place might it be? Where what story might this location be telling? What might have brought our adventurers to this location? I feel like this might be some kind of, I want to say a kind of mining village. But maybe this is the quick habitats that they've thrown up. Maybe they go off to some working area somewhere else. But this is where they've made some rough shelters. I get the impression that maybe at other times in the year the land might be quite bad, and hence they've put these wooden slats in as pathways to give people ease of access to the various buildings. And even though these are very sparse, that would allow us to put in our own details. Maybe we put some bunks in, and maybe a stove, maybe some chairs, things like that. I think this is a good one because this works not only for a fantasy setting, it could be a relatively modern-ish setting, or maybe early, like early 1900s, something like that. Maybe a compound that floods. Yes. Maybe it has lots of heavy rain. That's typically why you might do something like this, isn't it? I'm thinking, as I say, some sort of mining or environment. 1 inch squares, yes, exactly. So 1 inch squares, which represent 5 feet. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so we have a little bit of a river here, we have a bridge, we've got a little bit of a road, we've got some large boulders. Maybe this is an encounter with our adventurers coming along here. Maybe there are some bandits hidden behind these rocks to jump on out to harass unwary travellers. I could see something like that happening. Or a troll under the bridge, of course, yes. Yeah, no, that sounds good. I like the idea of that. Again, all the nice little details that are part of the map. And as we say, you could use this purely just as one map, or this as one. But of course, you can take advantage of both of them together with a huge area. Staying with this sort of watery theme, we have a bit of a jetty. And then we actually do have some structures out on a jetted platform. We have a little dinghy there. Again, empty buildings for us to populate with some scenery. We've got steps leading up, so maybe this is a higher area for this building. I get this a little bit like, oh gosh, what is the name of the town at the end of The Hobbit? Oh, I was looking at that earlier today. It's like that town on the lake, isn't it? A little section of it. maybe this is the location our previous map, our workers, maybe it's forestry, lumber, that they are working on, and maybe this is an area where they have been chopping down trees. Maybe it's a case then that the lumberjacks are actually being set upon by tree people. Maybe that's the story. Maybe our adventurers come on into the middle. Maybe there's a fight between the lumberjacks and the I want to say the Ents. They're going to be Ents, aren't they? This would be great for random encounters. DM can pull out a map quickly. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll have a look at that next week. Next week with random encounters for sure. Okay, but I like this. We got little toadstools in there. Again, lots of little flowers and ivy. Very nice. Lots of detail. Now, I like this map. I think this map's really cool. This is the one that is featured on the front cover. Some old ruins. I feel it's a number of obviously stone buildings, not a castle, anything like that, but it's a reasonably large building. Some of these rooms interconnected. We've got a little bit of flagstone still present. But of course it's seen better days. But this is great. Lots of places to hide behind. We got this rift in the landscape. I like this one a lot. And then this one, slightly more to the buildings. This is a bit more of an autumnal map with the red and orange and yellow leaves. This one does feel more like maybe it's an old manor house. We have some sort of turrets areas here in the corners. I can imagine this might be several stories tall originally. Maybe this is the courtyard area. And this is the main building here. You always need a good ruins to fight around, don't you? What do we have here? We have a road. An offset from the road. There are some entrances to warrens. What lives down in the warrens? Could it possibly be goblins maybe down there? Or something a little more sinister maybe? I feel it's a fairly well kept road and the landscape's quite well kept. So maybe this is a recent development. I can imagine that goblins would pretty much trash everything around them. Okay, so we're back to a water scene. This one's a bit more substantial. We have a reasonable sized boat just off from a little bit of a beach. So maybe this boat is actually hit land, can't move. Maybe the water has sort of shipwrecked it slightly. Maybe you're able to get across and get onto the boat. Maybe these are pirates or smugglers. Maybe this is where they would go and pick up their loot. Maybe we come across them. We're going to try and grab this loot before it disappears. Oh, so this is interesting. Could this be what one of those warren entrances? Actually, this is what's on the other side. I like how you can kind of build some stories up with the different maps, going from one map to another map. What do you think, Roger? Could these be... There's little entrances here in the top. And again, down at the bottom of the map here, so you can have this either way. Maybe these are goblin tunnels. Well, this is quite a large area here. Maybe this is the initial tunnel route. Maybe you come through into this larger area. There's some bones. Skeleton up in the top there. Again, I enjoy seeing all the little details that have been added. Now, I think this one is great. This is a really, really good map. And in fact, I think that you might see this again next week. This is very much Goblin Caves, isn't it? Or I certainly like to think it is. I love the three-dimensional sort of nature of it as we peer down into the abyss and we can see other bridges and walkways. But we will have to deal with what we can do in this top area. And of course, if we're fighting, if anybody gets shoved, you're going to have to make sure you roll good on your agility test. You like how several pages fit together? Yeah. You can, as I say, you can use them both together or individual, or you can have, or as we sort of discovering, you can have multiple pages that seem to sort of link together. It's a loose link, but it works. It definitely works. Oh, run you fools! Are you thinking something of the Mines of Moria? I think this is more goblin, isn't it? But actually, yeah, no, the goblins are in the Misty Mountains, aren't they? Yes. Yeah. This is we've got a bit of a cemetery here with these crypts. An old gnarled tree. Maybe this would be some kind of zombie or skeleton encounter. Maybe our treasure. We have to search one of these crypts, and upon finding what we are looking for, suddenly it activates all of the skeletons or zombies or ghouls. That could be quite a fun encounter. So we got a few buildings here of a bit of a town. We got some barrels just here. Maybe this is an inn. Lots of cobbled streets. We have we got some gutters going down. Maybe this goes down into some channels that go underneath the town. But what's, again, different maps working together. So we have this one. This is the exterior view. And then we have the same map, but we're able to see inside the various buildings now. And we can see the doors. And we'll come back to doors later on. So yes, using some of the scenery stickers, we could build this up. Give it themes for each of the different buildings. Wow, so this feels as if this is maybe a great hall of some kind of arcane magic users. Maybe it's a university or something like that. We've got nice stonework, nice stairs, and then we've got all these symbols on the floor. Maybe this is a casting room. Maybe what this actually is there's a great domed ceiling. I can imagine that maybe we have a variety of different mages casting some kind of spell. Maybe they rip open a portal and something they was not expecting steps through. So we got a variety of rooms and I guess corridors. I feel this is an interior scene. What do you think, Roga? What do you imagine this to be? I feel because we've not got any... I'm saying that though, I mean we do have sort of the grout, and sort of seems to be little stones in between the flagstones. I'm not sure. Could be interior. It feels too clean to be outside. Very colourful as well. I feel that there would be a lot more wear and tear if we were outside. And we have this ornate design. Granted, of course, if you wanted it to be outside, then you could make it so. Maybe it's a very luxurious district within the town that your adventurers are visiting. Maybe a warehouse. Oh, okay, that's interesting. This is another similar sort of design. Again, very nice colourful stonework and lots of little rooms. Some of these rooms connecting into another one. So it does feel as if there are corridors and streets. Now this is a very, very obvious one here. We've got a throne. A great hall leading up to the throne of the ruler of this kingdom. Again, plenty of room for you to fight. Or maybe this is the audience chamber of the head mage from the previous map that we took a look at. Those wizards, yeah, they all got all that power. Goes to their heads sometime, doesn't it? So I like this one. We have a large area here with some little rooms on the outsides, and then it seems to go into water. So could it be being flooded? Is this maybe part of a town that is the water is creeping up slowly but surely? So I like that. So you mentioned a warehouse before, Roga, so here you go. This is definitely a warehouse, isn't it? At the docks. We got a little dinghy, a little boat. Got lots of crates and barrels. All manner of goods small warehouse, and then a large one here. And again, plenty of places for characters to hide behind. And then taking the fight out onto the main area here. You think it might have been a king's courtroom? Yes, absolutely. Well, we got a tavern. You've got to have a tavern, haven't you? We have a bar area here with a few tankards, great big barrel serving mead, plenty of barrels in the stockroom there. We got a table for some private dinner, or maybe private discussion. Plenty of tables, the various patrons. And then we got a really large wooden area with kind of a raised area here around the edges and around the bottom part. We spoke about sewers before, so this looks like the sewer system below the town. The water seems very clean for for sewers of that time. Very clean indeed. The town should get an award for how clean their sewers are. But I'm sure we could have lots of fun running around these. Again, seems another sort of palatial setting coming up into this wooden area, again with rooms with very ornate floor designs, very colourful. And then this is, oh, we've got a town square with a statue. Maybe it's a fountain because you've got water around it. And then we have a marketplace area here with stalls selling fresh goods. Maybe other things. Oh, is that fish? It looks like fish there. Maybe the fish comes from the docks. Again, we could be causing a whole host of problems in the market area. So this seems quite sort of swampy to me with all, yeah, we've got patches of water. And we've got these ruins, which have that sort of Greek feel with the columns. But again, lots of water. Winter is coming. So we've got sort of the tundra with some large rocks, but they don't seem natural to me. They seem possibly placed by some tribe. Or maybe is this the jaw? We can only see the top part of these lower teeth. Yeah, a Stonehenge kind of area, yeah. Again, that's the great thing about these maps is the design, the images, is just to spark your imagination. It can be whatever you need it to be for your encounter. Oh, there we go. Can't go wrong with some magma, eh? So this is, maybe this is right down at the bottom of the goblin caves. This is what causes all the steam to come up. You like those little details, but also blank areas that you can make your own. Yes, absolutely. So again, these are a lot of natural hazards here as players are fighting adversaries. The goblins dug too deep, yes. So we go from magma to scorching sands, but with a little bit of an oasis here. But again, we got some ruins. And yeah, we just got this large blank area to make what we want from it. And this is more, I suppose, a jungle environment, isn't it? We have... Is it called... Oh, let me get... Oh, am I getting it right? Is it called a ziggurat? It's like a Mayan or Aztec pyramid. Am I right in saying that? I'm sure you guys in the chat will correct me. But it looks to me as if it's a kind of pyramid structure, but just not so many layers, sort of, you know, to it. All these tree roots and all this foliage. So again, we could have some great big monster in this area, couldn't we? That would be quite cool. What's something big that lives in the jungle? And then finally, we just got a totally blank double page here, to which you could use your marker pens to actually draw in your own environment, different rooms of the dungeon or caverns, whatever you require for your game. Those are the 62 pages of the revised Giant Book of Battlemats. So let me find a suitable page so I can share something else with you. I think I want one, obviously, which is I think we're going to go back this way. Let's go with this one, because actually that's got lots of options. So, as I suggested, you can use the book just as a single page if you wanted to keep the encounter relatively in a tight space, or maybe you've got limited space on your actual game table. So this has everything that you need just there. But something else that Loke Battlemats do is the big box of dungeon doors. Let me go and grab this and share this with you. So this is a collection of perspex doors that you can use to add as scenery into your mats. So if I just bring this down just a little bit, and maybe I put that over to there, and we'll choose a few and show you. I'm going to start off with just an ordinary door. So basically, this is one of the doors that I have taken off they've got a protective film on these so that you don't scratch the perspex. So I've done this to a few of these. So when the actual, if you see that the image is a little bit dull, it's because it still has its protective film on. Okay, but you take this and then you got your little stands. The stands are perspex as well, so that you can see the wonderful artwork underneath. I should have taken these out before I started the show. There we go. I'm going to put them all here. So you can actually see this is... grab one of these. There we go. So this is one of the bases which still has the film, the protective film on it, on both sides, okay? But when you take those films off, then they are totally transparent, so that when you place it down on your battle mat, you can still see the wonderful artwork underneath. And you just slot your door in, like so. And they are double-sided. And you just find yourself where a door would go. So to put it in there. And you can start building up your doors in the room. Which of course then you've got your miniatures wandering around, or maybe standees from a game. And it just adds that sort of 3D element to the scene, so your players can visualize. I like this one. It's an old door that nature has started to take over. I think it's really cool. I really like that one. But we have a whole variety. I mean, there are 40 different doors in this set, which is quite a few. We've got doors with rounded tops. We got square doors like this one. You think this is a great idea, Roger? Yeah, it is, isn't it? I think it adds a lot. And again, it's relatively easy to transport around. Here's a great big double door. Again, we'll take one of the bases. Look at this one. So you'd find yourself a place. We could just put it in there. There you go. We've got this great big door. Of course, from your vantage point, you can't see it. But if you were around the table, this would be great. And again, like I say, you can see the perspex. It doesn't detract from the wonderful artwork. So it's really cool. Yeah. There's just so many really cool designs here. I really do like this. So, you know, just a standard wooden door. And I got another one here. Put it into its stand. So again, one that I would imagine would be in some kind of dungeon somewhere. Some vines taking over. What else have we got? So we got... There are 5 of the double doors. And then it's going to be 35 of the other kinds. Let's see what else do we have. Again, we have another dungeon style. Maybe this is the door to a cell. Even the bars that are there. See, that's the thing, isn't it? The maps themselves trigger your imagination, but as do these doors. What could be behind this door? What stories are to be told? Let's take a look at these. So you can see how the artwork is dull. That's because the film is on it. This is just to protect it. So we've got these two here. Another wooden door, but one then a stone door with an ornate design of, is that some kind of demon? You like that they have a case that the doors and bases fit in for storage? Yes. No, very, very handy. Oh, cool. I'm going to work my way along, but I'm going to put them back so that I remember where each door belongs. I just want to be able to show you all the different designs. Is it alive? Only the adventurers will know. Yeah, indeed. We've got a door here adorned with skulls and bones. And then another ordinary or seemingly ordinary wooden door. That's probably more suited to my dungeon that I'm thinking of. So we're going to put that to the top. What do we have on this one? That looks almost like some kind of dragon winged design, doesn't it? And again, another wooden door. Again, how many different kinds of wooden door can you create? But this is the great thing about it. We've got many, many different designs. This one's got that very intricate wooden placement there. And then this one, is that a mimic? Is it a false door? A mimic door, yes, absolutely. Okay. Go with this one up here. I want to say this one feels with this sort of blood red, very ornate, feels almost vampiric. I feel that might be in some kind of castle somewhere. Again, another wooden door. I'm finding all these appropriate castle doors for something I'm doing. Oh, goodness me. Okay, so again, this one looks more like a cell door now. We've got an even smaller viewport into it. This one just looks like the sharpest razor teeth all around. Not sure I like, I don't want to go to that one. In fact, neither of them. Now, this is the thing, some of these doors defy science. This looks as if this door is some kind of cosmic portal. And that to go through, you go through time and space. I like that one. Okay. I feel like this is definitely some kind of dwarven door. Maybe this is from Moria. This is a door with a great many locks. Some kind of a tumbler down at the bottom. Maybe it's a door to a safe room of some kind. This is a door that is welded together pieces of metal. And this is, again, seems like a door made out of stone with some arcane runes on it. I think these are great for inspiring little story elements. Oh goodness me, okay. So this feels like it's a door from some kind of sailing vessel. And this looks as if it's the door in some horror film where there's some hapless victim stuck behind it. Oh yeah, you got the little area where you can slide in the food. Oh no. That's actually pretty awful. It's cool though. I like how all the doors are different shapes. So again, another stone, possibly dwarven door. We got a wooden door with a padlock on it. I'm going to stay with a wooden door. Again, another wooden door with padlock. And then this one seems to have curtains. Is this maybe a secret door? Maybe you have to search the room and behind the curtains, and maybe moving something reveals this to be a hidden door to a passageway. Feels like it's might be in a room, a luxurious bedroom area. Maybe it's a way to escape. Because again, this is a doorway with a bookcase. So this is definitely a secret door, isn't it? And another wooden door. But again, lots of different styles. So these ones are going to be quite unique now. Oh my goodness, yes, okay. So, step into the flames or through the portal. I'm not quite sure which I would rather take. You like the portals, yeah. And then we've got very unique designs here. Oh, can I get it out? There we go. So, a very strange, unique doorway. Maybe this is in a wizard's tower. It has to be. It's pointed at the top to allow him to go through with his hat on. Magic door. Yeah, absolutely. So the only other ones are the double doors. Oh. So we got this large double door with, it's either an, well, it looks like an S, but actually it looks like snakes maybe, snake emblems. So maybe I don't want to go in there. I certainly do not want to go in through any door. Oh, I can't get it. Ah, I haven't done these ones. Hang on. I'll do that one as well while I'm at it. There we go. A little bit tight. So we got a door there with a great skull. And then another arcane portal. And then finally, a great vault, a safe. Maybe it's the door to some kind of casino. So there you go. I think this is a really, really cool addition to your battle mats. I say adds that 3D element to your encounters along with your miniatures. I think it can make for a really good scene, and as I say, you will get to see these used to the best effect next week. I'll start teasing about that maybe on Thursday. So there we go. So that is the Giant Book of Battlemats and the big box of dungeon doors from Loke Battlemats. Thank you very much to Loke Battlemats, who provided both of these for me to show you this evening. Yeah, these are great accessories. Really, really good. Adds that extra dimension to your roleplay encounters. Okay, so there we go. That's it for this evening. Now, on Thursday, we are continuing our look through the white books from the Monty Cook's Cypher system. And, well, I did warn you, we're going to be looking at Stay Alive, a Cypher system supplement that explores the horror genre. So I will guarantee you there will be horrific elements to Thursday's show. You have been warned. We are looking at all things horror. Yep, not for the weak-hearted, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I do hope you will join me, and as we go and explore together. Maybe if we work as a group, we will be okay. But then, of course, there's always got to be one person who survives, as everybody else gets slowly but surely bumped off as the show moves on. Yeah. So that's the plan for Thursday evening from 7 o'clock GMT +1. Look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for joining me this evening. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at the Giant Book of Battlemats and the big box of dungeon doors. And yes, we will continue with more role-playing on Thursday. But until then, bye for now.